Perhaps it doesn't understand English,
thought Alice.
I dare say it's a French mouse, come over with William the Conqueror.
For, with all her knowledge of history, Alice had no very clear notion how long ago anything had happened. So she began again.
Oui, ma chatte,
which was the first sentence in her French lesson book. The mouse gave a sudden leap out of the water and seemed to quiver all over with fright.
"Oh, I beg your pardon,"
cried Alice hastily, afraid that she had hurt the poor animal's feeling.
"I quite forgot. You didn't like cats."
Not like cats?
Cried the mouse, in a shrill, passionate voice.
Would you like cats if you were me?
"Well, perhaps not,"
said Alice in a soothing tune.
"Don't be angry about it. And yet, I wish I could show you our cat Dina. I think you'd take a fancy to cats if you could only see her. She is such a dear, quiet thing."
Alice went on, half to herself, as she swam lazily about in the pool.
"And she sits purring so nicely by the fire, licking her paws and washing her face. And she is such a nice, soft thing to nurse. And she's such a capital one for catching mice. Oh, I beg your pardon,"
cried Alice again, for this time the mouse was bristling all over, and she felt certain it must be really offended.
"We won't talk about her any more if you'd rather not."
We indeed,
cried the mouse, who was trembling down to the end of his tail.
As if I would talk on such a subject. Our family always hated cats. Nasty, low, vulgar thing. Don't let me hear the name again.
"I won't indeed,"
said Alice in a great hurry to change the subject of conversation.
Are you fond of dogs?"
The mouse did not answer, so Alice went on eagerly.
"There is such a nice little dog near our house I should like to show you. A little bright-eyed terrier, you know, with, such long curly brown hair. And it'll fetch things when you throw them, and it'll sit up and beg for its dinner and all sorts of things. I can't remember half of them. And it belongs to a farmer, you know, and he says it's so useful it's worth £100. He says it kills all the rats and, oh dear,"
cried Alice in a sorrowful tone.
"I'm afraid I've offended it again."
But the mouse was swimming away from her as hard as it could go, and making quite a commotion in the pool as it went. So she called softly after it.
"Mouse dear, do come back again. And we won't talk about cats or dogs either, if you don't like them."
When the mouse heard this, it turned round and swam slowly back to her. Its face was quite pale, with passion, Alice thought, and it said in a low, trembling voice,
Let us get to the show, and then I'll tell you my history, and you will understand why it is hate cats and dogs.
It was high time to go, for the pool was getting quite crowded with the birds and animals that had fallen into it. There was a duck and a doodle, a lory and an eaglet, and several other curious creatures. Alice led the way, and the whole party swam to the shore. They were indeed a queer-looking party that assembled on the bank. The birds with draggled feathers, the animal with their fur clinging close to them, and all dripping wet, cross, and uncomfortable. The first question, of course, was how to get dry again. They had a consultation about this, and after a few minutes it seemed quite natural to Alice to find herself talking familiarly with them, and if she had known them all her life. Indeed, she had quite a long argument with the lorry, who at last turned sulky, and would only say,
"I am older than you, and must know better."
And this Alice would not allow without knowing how old it was, and as the lorry positively refused to tell its age, There was no more to be said. At last, the mouse, who seemed to be the person of authority among them, called out,
Sit down, all of you, and listen to me. I'll soon make you dry enough.
They all sat down at once in a large ring, with the mouse in the middle. Alice kept her eyes anxiously fixed on it, for she felt sure she would catch the bad cold if she did not get dry very soon. Said the mouse with an important air.
Are you all ready? This is the driest thing I know. Silence around, if you please. William, the Conqueror, whose cause was favored by the Pope, was soon submitted to by the English, who wanted leaders and had been of late much accustomed to usurpation and conquest. Edwin and Morcar, the Earls of Mercia and Northumbria,
said the lorry with a shiver.
I beg your pardon,
said the mouse, frowning, but very politely.
Did you speak?
Not I,
said the lorry hastily.
I thought you did,
said the mouse.
I proceed. Edwin and Morcar, the Earls of Mercia and Northumbria, declared for him, and even Stigand, the patriotic Archbishop of Canterbury, found it advisable.
Found what?
Said the duck.
Found it.
The mouse replied rather crossly.
Of course you know what it means.
I know what it means well enough. When I find a thing,
said the duck,
it's generally a frog or a worm. The question is, what did the Archbishop find?
The mouse did not notice this question, but hurriedly went on.
Found it advisable to go with Edgar Atheling, to meet William and offer him the crown. William's conduct at first was moderate, but the insolence of his Normans